What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool video where I want to say that we should get the FSG out trending and also protest at the Liverpool home games because I'm absolutely headed with the owners. Now, the owners of Liverpool have briefed some journalists to actually blame Jurgen Klopp for the situation that Liverpool find themselves in, and I find it absolutely ridiculous. And some journalists are even saying that Jurgen Klopp refused to spend money in the summer transfer window, and that's why Liverpool didn't sign a top midfielder. Tell me a manager in world football who refuses to spend money and improve his team. I'm absolutely headed with these journalists. Melissa Reddy, who I normally really like her opinions, he said that since some fans land this purely on FSG and recruitment team, painting Jurgen Klopp as some hopeless figure without power, he would be the first to ridicule that characterization. Doesn't control budgets but heavily involved in transfer plans and decisions, collaborative responsibility for Liverpool's issues. Jurgen Klopp is responsible for the tactics of the team, of course, the substitutions. We can blame him for tactics, player instructions, substitutions, but we can't blame him for the transfer strategy. Don't tell me that Jurgen Klopp is responsible for not signing a top midfielder. And I think that's ridiculous that some people are implying that Jurgen Klopp is in charge of the transfers at Liverpool because he doesn't even control the budget. That's Melissa Reddy's own words. And this is about the failure of Liverpool's this season is about 90% on the lack of investment from FSG. I'm convinced that if we didn't have Jordan Henderson or James Milner playing in Liverpool's midfield week in, week out, then and we would have a brand new midfielder from the summer playing, Liverpool would have at least 5, maybe even 7 points more in the Premier League, maybe even 10 points more in the Premier League. We would be firmly in and around the top 4. But because FSG refused to back Jurgen Klopp in the transfer market when it comes to signing a midfielder, we still haven't replaced Wijnaldum. I'm absolutely headed with these owners. I want them out, and I want owners who care about Liverpool winning trophies, who care about supplying the best manager that Liverpool could have in the modern era. And you are not backing him in the transfer market. I'm absolutely furious about this. When Liverpool won the Champions League, we were the most attractive club in Europe. And we signed Adrian on a free transfer and Harvey Elliott, who was 16 years old and one for the future. So we basically made no transfers that cost money, no serious transfers after winning the Champions League. Don't tell me that these owners have the ambition because Jurgen Klopp could have had the best dynasty at Liverpool if he would have been backed by more money. I mean, by the time that Jurgen Klopp leaves Liverpool, there might be 300-400 million that Jurgen Klopp didn't spend in the transfer market. According to some journalists, Jurgen Klopp refused to spend money, which is absolute nonsense. Because if Jurgen Klopp can spend money, he will. We signed Alisson for big money. We signed Virgil van Dijk for big money. Darwin Núñez, Diogo Jota and other players. And when Jurgen Klopp has the money available, he signs absolute top class players. So I don't understand why FSG are refusing to let Jurgen Klopp spend the incredible revenue that Liverpool generate. And yes, our wage bill is still high, but don't tell me that Liverpool don't have more money than just spending 10 or 15 million net spend every season. Our average net spend on Jurgen Klopp is around 280 million in 7 or 8 years. Man City is literally double of that. It's literally almost 500 million pounds, or almost double. And Florian Plettenberg, a German journalist, said that Jurgen Klopp, that being told that Jurgen Klopp has the total support of the owners. Jurgen Klopp is also not thinking about resigning, confirmed. Liverpool want to invest in top transfers next summer. With Jurgen Klopp, a central midfielder is wanted in the winter already. Why on earth didn't you then sign a midfielder last summer? If you have the money to sign one in January, it absolutely blows my mind how Liverpool thought that this midfield would be good enough to challenge for the title and to challenge for the Champions League again. Because we went over this time and time again. We have young players, we have injury-prone players, and we have older has-beens who shouldn't start for Liverpool. James Milner, Jordan Henderson shouldn't start for Liverpool. Harvey Elliott in an ideal world would be a backup player, substitute player, and we would have, Thiago, Fabinho, and another world-class midfielder. That should be our regular starting midfielder, and also we should rotate Fabinho with Henderson, but Henderson went to Jurgen Klopp and cried that because Fabinho is world class and he's playing as our main defensive midfielder, Henderson should play as a number 8, as a box-to-box midfielder, so he gets regular starts, and Jurgen Klopp gave in. But even at the end of last season, Henderson was not good enough anymore. This season is definitely not good enough. Watch the Leeds goal. Jordan Henderson, who was supposed to be our defensive midfielder, our number 6 on the pitch, at that time, because Fabinho went off and Henderson came on, and Henderson just watches as Gnonto crosses it. He doesn't track Somerville's run. He is just watching in the middle of the midfield instead of dropping another 6 yards, and he could have cut out the cross if he was next to Somerville. And he just ball watches throughout the whole Leeds United attack and lets Leeds United take the winner. And he's not blamed by the media because he's not around the area where the goal is scored from. But he's definitely at fault. Your defensive midfielder, your number 6, should drop back alongside or just ahead of the back 4 when the opposition attack, so he can cut out any crosses that come in. And it's absolutely staggering because the journalists said the same thing when before Liverpool had that disastrous season where all 3 of our centre-backs got injured and we had no other senior centre-backs at the club. We sacrificed the whole season because of Liverpool refusing to sign a centre-back, and then we signed 2 centre-backs who were pretty much, really bit part players at other clubs in January. On the last day of the January transfer, Ozan Kabak and Ben Davies, who was never playing for Liverpool, and Ozan Kabak is not Liverpool standard. He used to play for Schalke and now plays for Hoffenheim. No disrespect, but they are not Champions League clubs. And Liverpool signed only Konate in the next summer transfer window for 35 million, and that's it. And Liverpool owners repeated the error for a midfielder signing last summer, and Liverpool sacrificed another season because we didn't sign a midfielder. And it's now too late. If you sign a midfielder in January, yes, maybe this season can be saved in terms of finishing in the top 4. We are definitely outsiders for that. Maybe we can win a trophy, but Liverpool need to be improved massively. And why wait until January when it was absolutely glaring? And Jurgen Klopp, why did he say we don't need a midfielder at the beginning of the summer? That's my big worry. Did Jurgen Klopp seriously think that, or did he know that there was just basically no money available for him to sign a top-class midfielder? And if there was no money available, then why did we go after Tchouaméni? He cost 100 million for Real Madrid, yet Liverpool wanted to sign him. But if there is money available, because if we go after Tchouaméni and Bellingham last summer, then there was money available, then why on earth didn't we sign another midfielder? I refuse to believe that Jurgen Klopp decided, no, we don't need a midfielder, because that would be the stupidest idea, honestly. The bottom line is FSG are not serious about ambition. They are just like the other bad owners in the Premier League who are just happy that their club is making money. Arsenal owners, not really serious about Arsenal winning titles and trophies. They are just happy for Arsenal to finish in the top 4. Yes, at the moment they are first, but I don't believe Arsenal will win the Premier League title anytime soon. At least their recruitment has been much better. I mean, last January, Bruno Guimaraes, who is absolutely amazing and fantastic for Newcastle, he was available for 40 million. But if Liverpool had any foresight, we would have signed him. But no, we let Bruno Guimaraes go to Newcastle, and now even Newcastle United are miles above Liverpool at the moment in the Premier League table. That is embarrassing. At least Jose Enrique, a former Liverpool player, is speaking out against the owners as well. He said, this is what happens when you don't give the money to one of the best managers in the world, Jurgen Klopp. I really believe if we make top 4 this year, it's going to be a miracle. I share Jose Enrique's sentiment, because the Liverpool are playing so badly that if we make the top 4 at the end of the season, that will just show Jurgen Klopp as another miracle working manager. And finally, James Pearce, who is another mouthpiece basically for Liverpool FC, he said that Liverpool nearly completed a clean sweep last season, and they will be banging the mix for the biggest prizes again this season, whether they make any more signings or not. He said that on August the 11th, that Liverpool will be challenging for the title and the Champions League, even if they make no other signings. And now, he said this: Liverpool's proud and lucrative top 4 status is under serious threat. Jurgen Klopp's men have become a soft touch. Legs are weary, minds are scrambled, injuries have compounded the owner's failure to invest sufficiently in the squad last summer. But last summer said Liverpool will challenge for the biggest prizes without any additional signings. You said that on August 11th, but now, because the owners didn't invest in the squad and we have some injuries, Liverpool can't challenge for the biggest prizes. This is ridiculous from James Pearce, and I'm just absolutely fed up of this situation. It's so painful to see my beloved Liverpool fall from grace so sharply, so quickly, from such a brilliant season last season that we had, and now this is an absolute car crash disaster of a season, and the owners are mainly to blame for that, because if the owners had serious ambition that they wanted to win Liverpool to win as many trophies and titles under Jurgen Klopp, they would have spent money every summer to strengthen the team, whether we are champions of Europe, whether we are Premier League champions, whether we had an amazing season. Liverpool need continuingly to improve and evolve and develop. You can look at Man City. They evolved their team. They sold a lot of their players and they brought in new ones. And they are re-energized, galvanized, refreshed, because they also had exhausting seasons in the past 4 seasons, like Liverpool had. But look at how much they evolved. And yes, I know Liverpool can't spend as much money as Man City, but we seriously can spend more than 15 million net every summer. I refuse to believe that that's the most amount of money that Liverpool can spend in the transfer windows. And let me know what you think about this in the comments below. And that's my rant over. I just had to vent to you guys. It's therapeutic for me, and hopefully it's entertaining for you guys to watch as well. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you later, guys. Goodbye.